Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Corner Cave. Little Sunday night chill and chat action coming in hot, guys, on this, for me, rainy Sunday night. But guys, we are here live, and as everybody starts coming in, getting their TVs booted up, getting their phones ready to come join us here tonight for a little chill and chat action. We're gonna have some fun, guys. As we always, there's not one time that we really don't have here. That's what I love, going live for each and every one of you guys. But before we get started with anything, guys, leave a comment. Leave a comment in the chat. What are you guys doing? Okay, we got a couple people here live, baby, live. Julio Hernandez. Hey, Danny. Time for the Corner Cave. That's right, baby. Let's go. Julio, thank you for being here tonight. Damian Deal with it's here. I'll be the first to say hi, and all hail the death of Home Arcade 1-Up. Home Arcade and Arcade 1-Up in 2025. Ooh, Damian, you might be onto something, man. Yeah, unfortunately, let's keep it positive here, right? Unfortunately, you might be onto something, buddy. Yeah. Whoa. Hold on. My kids were like messing with my mic here. The gain was turned up to 1,000. Hopefully, I didn't blow anybody's ears out. Good God Almighty. All right, let's continue on. YY White Nova says, Assad dudes. Thank you for being here, man. That's a new name in the Corner K. Jason, thank you for moderating as always. Happy New Year to each and every one of you guys. I hope you guys had an excellent Christmas. And you spent some time with your loved ones. I know that this time can be kind of hectic, You got we got a slew of birthdays coming up in the family. We got Christmas, New Year's. I mean, it's a fun, pack-filled, exciting holiday month. Exactly. A big month. Guys, I want to let you know something. Mrs. Cornercade found me something. Look at this, guys. What is this? G Fuel Pac-Man Power Pellet Cherry Lollipop. We're gonna try this live on the show, guys. I mean, have you guys seen this around? Have you guys seen this? And this thing is frosty too. So we're gonna get into this right out of the gate, guys. But if it's bad, we're gonna have some Arnie Palmer. We got Arnie Palmer on deck as always. I mean, this is a go-to, guys. Besides the Coke, this is the go-to right here. Yeah, then you'll sprinkle a little water in there as I get older, right? And Damien, he's just keeping it real. And we're gonna talk about that, guys. I got some big concerns. And I'm gonna need your help, and I want to know your opinion, guys, because we gotta sort some stuff out. Okay, Hayden, dude, thank you so much, man, for stopping on by, and I got your email. He was the winner of the Greg 99 Live control panel, so awesome stuff there. When you get that installed, Hayden, you're going to have to send us a picture to thecornercade@gmail.com because I want to see the before and the after. Like, this is what it's all about. Modding and enjoying your games and having retro fun, man. Okay. Chat, we're filing in here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and share some pictures. We're going to have picture time because me and the crew did a little something today. I don't even know if these are in order by any stretch of the imagination. Here we go. All right, guys. So we went. Yes, Damien. Got diabetes. I forgot. Thank you. I got to try this here before we get the show kickoff started. I'll let you guys know if this is yay or nay, okay? Hold on. Before we get started with awesome arcade action, let's bring this in here real quick. Here we go, guys. Here we go. It's actually not that bad. I'm trying to... Let me take one more sip. Hold on. I'm not an energy drink guy. This kind of almost just tastes like cherry fizzy water. I don't know. Pick it up. If you guys want to give a shot, or you buy it and you just keep it in your game room because it kind of looks pretty cool. But I thought that I'd share that on the show. And actually not that bad. I thought it'd be a lot worse. Because I'm not a big energy drink guy. I like Ghosts a little bit. Fred Burner, thank you so much, man, for swinging on in. We got Weissel in the house. Thank you so much. I told you guys to be rolling in. So we'll kind of give a little intro here to what's going on. Okay, where were we here? Let's bring this back down. All right, so my son is ready to rock and roll. He's got the step stool, which I got to get a couple of these. Our kids just bring in the chairs when they want to play the arcade, like the dining room chairs, right? But they're always like so in the way and cumbersome within the aisles and whatnot. So this place is awesome. The Garcade, Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. Go check it out if you're in the area. But this has got some cool nostalgia. We've been here several times. I've done 2 room tours on this, and it's cool that they have the stools for the kids, right? And the kids are free. Like, it's not. That's why I like coming here, because it's free for the kids. So, okay, so we're coming through the Garcade, guys. Now I took some pictures. I want to try to enjoy as much of the arcades as possible, because our kids always sometimes don't hold up. But look at this. Look at this, chat. Look at this retro nostalgia. And I got to be honest with you. I was like shaking Robotron a little bit. You can lift these guys. You can put this on a dolly and be fine. Now, KI, Mortal Kombat, no chance. No chance with that at all. Okay, so Robotron, Cubert's Cubes, Joust, Sinistar, Rampage. I mean, I think there's Kung Fu Master down there, I think, at the end. Awesome stuff. Faisal, thank you so much, man, for continuing to be a part of the new CornerCult, baby. So we're gonna roll with that. I like that. Instead of the CornerCult crew, we're gonna call you guys the CornerCult. We're the cult followers, right? Let's go, baby. We're back. So here's an awesome picture. Absolutely love this. So let me do an image here. Let's get some more pictures up here. Kind of rapid fire these guys. So yeah, these are not in order by any stretch of the imagination, but I took a picture of Frogger because it's something that we're going to want to be doing in the near future. I want to say maybe 3 or 4 projects down the road that I want to do something with a certain cabaret cabinet that we have. And I don't know if I want to put the Arcade 1-Up PCB in it, where you're going to get Time Pilot and Time Pilot like 88 or something it is, or do like a 60-in-1. I'm kind of torn between the two. Chat, what do you think I should do? 60-in-1 or do the Arcade 1-Up PCB board in this cabaret cabinet that we have? It's a deluxe cabaret Pac-Man cabinet that we have, and I definitely want to mod it because it's enough Pac-Man. Here is a claw machine, guys. There's several claw. There's like a claw machine room in the Garcade, and this is one that you play until you win, kind of thing. This was pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the kids had a blast. I knew they would. And normally we don't carry cash with us, like, ever. I don't know anybody in the chat here. If you guys carry cash, let me know. But I rarely carry cash. So I had some cash on me, and you put $1 in, you go till you'll win. The kids did this like 5 times each. They absolutely loved the claw machine. It was so funny to me. So obviously our kids would enjoy the Arcade 1-Up claw machine with it, on a heartbeat. So you just fill it up with these rubber duckies or whatever and have at it. But it was cool because I've never really seen them on a claw machine before. Maybe one at a time at a Dave and Buster's. Here's a Miss Pac-Man. Something like this Arcade 1-Up could be coming out with in the near distant future. Tim York is saying, hey, 60-in-1. Do the 60-in-1. Yeah, I don't know, because it would be cool, but it's a lot harder of a mod. I'm sure it's not something that I can't not handle, right? But I always do like keeping those like stock Arcade 1-Up, menus, and it just gives it a cool vibe and a cool feel. That's what that Golden Axe mod that we're going to be doing. That's going to be really capiche. That's going to be awesome for sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's still up in the air because you could play a lot of cool games on there. I mean, is Galaga 3 on there? Do you guys know? Because I had a blast playing Galaga 3 on this multi-cade that was there. That was pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. Miss Pac-Man this blue and pink Miss Pac-Man, this could be coming out, guys, from Arcade 1-Up in a deluxe sort of form factor. Dig Dug looking gorgeous as always. I mean, this is like right when you come in. It's right next to the Miss Pac-Man there. And these arcades, and the Miss Pac-Man was on fast mode, which thank God. That's the only way I play, guys. But it's so cool to see. What up, Joe K? Thank you for stopping by, man. Let's go. Get the fist bump. Let's do it. But it's so cool to see, like, just like these real arcades. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, man, like, I kind of want to own that someday. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a piece of history. Fix it up nice, of course. But it always scratches the itch every time I'm in there. Man, it's so cool. But Dig Dug is a classic. Absolutely love it. I do appreciate though the monitors that are in the 1-ups because it's a little bit more clear. You put the scan lines on, but I mean, you can't beat retro nostalgia. You can't beat this, you know. So here's Centipede. I mean, obviously another banger. Like this is again another one that would be, you know, in the home arcade of our choosing kind of thing. We would definitely have both of those calves. Took a picture of that. Crystal Castles. This was fun too. It's just a great looking machine, guys. I mean, geez Louise, like it's rapid fire these through. It's just awesome. Pole position was there. Played a little bit of pole position. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, I don't understand how, you know, any like Arcade 1-Up, for example, couldn't do this. I mean, it's very simplistic. You know, there was nothing to it. The billboards, who cares? Just put the same Atari billboard on every time. You're not even looking at the billboards. You're racing through this thing. So I don't see the excuse there, but I thought this was pretty cool. I got to play with that with my son. And then let's see here. Magic Sword. This was another one that I recently saw that they kind of changed some things up a little bit. They moved like Afterburner in and got rid of like they had 2 Fast and Furiouses and they were down to 1. So I don't know what they were doing there. But Magic Sword, this is a pretty fun game, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Like this gives me a little bit of Golden Axe vibes, you know, and the Golden Axe is something that we're going to be trying to accomplish here. And Time Pilot is actually right next to it. I took a lot more pictures, but I had to upload them through email. It was taking a long time, but Time Pilot is actually next to it. And I was playing, and you can see the wood grain there. And I was playing Time Pilot a lot in Frogger because I'm like, okay, is this what we're gonna, you know, this is down the road, but I wanted to test this out, you know, so I wanted to test this out and see how it was. But I would kind of be fine, chat, with that. With you know, because nobody wants the Pac-Man anymore. We got plenty of ways to play Pac-Man on like 3-4 different machines, right? So I got this, you know, we got this Pac-Man, which this was actually gifted to us. This Pac-Man Deluxe, which is insane. It's Cabaret Deluxe. I was literally blown away when it arrived at the front door. And so now that we have it, it's like, well, we got to do something with it now. This will be down the road, guys. So a little bit of roadmap. You talk about roadmaps. We're going to be talking about the AtGames roadmap in just a second. You talk about roadmaps. So it's going to be WrestleMania, and I'll keep saying this, but it's coming. I'm coming. It's a busy time in the holidays for certain people, okay? So WrestleMania, Golden Axe. What was he? There was one more. I'm losing my train of thought here. Well, Frogger's going to be there. You know, it'll be skinned Frogger, but I don't know if we're going to put a 61 or the Arcade 1-Up board yet. So it's not finalized. It's not finalized, guys. But trying to think what else. What else? I know we have an extra midway that I could do something in. So we'll see. Because, you know, I was thinking about maybe Robotron doing some stuff. But this was a pretty cool, decent game. Now, I do notice that, like, the joysticks are on the outside. So if you're player 2, you have to play with your right hand and hit the buttons with your left. And for me, that's way too awkward. I have to play with my left hand and hit the buttons with my right hand. So I don't know about that. You know, I don't know about that. Yes, I thought I'd share that with you guys. You guys were getting in here. We're going to kick things off with one of these guys because I absolutely love the Super Chat Sounders, guys. Now, I don't know. Restream is doing some different things here. And sometimes when I watch the replay, like the video that we play cuts out like 3 seconds beforehand. So if you guys just see me looking at you, waiting for the video to end, it's not over on my end. But just clarified, chat, because I think they're going through some weird stuff. They're always doing weird stuff. And trust me, I would rather, total side note, I would rather be on StreamYard, but my camera quality and the picture quality looks terrible. And so I feel like I got to be on Restream to give you that 1080 crystal clear experience. But don't mind me. Viceal coming in hot with a $4.99 super chat. Hey, Danny, just keep doing home arcade stuff. Learn from your mistakes and know the haters. But thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the support. I mean, we've already explained it. You know, thank you. We've already explained it, guys. I mean, if you don't believe me, great. If you believe me, awesome. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So let's go, dude. Fret burners in the house. So many of the 80s cabs are amazing looking. Yeah, they truly are. Honestly, they're like works of art. It's historical pieces, guys, for sure. Zero Redux. That Magic Sword marquee is glorious. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I don't know if you guys, if there's anybody that really played it, but I got to play it for a little bit. I was like, here we go. I was like, okay, this is cool. Like this is cool. I don't know what kind of form factor that that's like a defender form factor. I guess you could put it in a midway cab, right? We could do a magic sword to the midway. Chad, I need your help too. We're talking about ideas. We got the extra Mortal Kombat cap. So if you go back here, if you see behind me, I got 2 Mortal Kombats. The one on my right here, that is going to be modded somewhere. So I need something that's a midway form factor with red trim. And the first things that came to my mind, guys, were NHL 2-on-2 Open Ice and Robotron. And now Tekken you could throw in there too, but is there anything else, guys? Because it's gonna come down to something, and that'll be after Frogger. We have a roadmap of our own, guys. Carlo, thank you for stopping by, man. Always cool to appreciate it that you're here. Got one of my true moderators, one of my true and new moderators in the house. Way too fast for you. Thank you so much, man, for coming by, checking it out. Let's go. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's go. It's time. We start the show now. Okay, we give a little introduction. All right, where are we at here? Go here, and we're gonna find. Okay, AtGames, guys, has come out with some news. All right, let's make me a little bit smaller. Maybe we'll do a little bit more smaller. There we go. All right, this isn't the most clear image, but that's okay. Mr. Clutch, thank you for stopping by. All right, let's hold on. Before we get started with AtGames, Julio's got a big question. So I got to bump myself over for this one, guys. Where's Julio at? Julio, Danny, the $1 million question for everybody in the home arcade community. What are we expecting from Arcade 1UP? Like James ate everything covered last night. Is $4 million a good sign for the company? I let you guys run the show as always here. This would be a good segue after the topic, but let's address that real quick. We've kind of covered that before, and you've seen it in other streams that it's more or less, I think, them flexing that like a number like that to look good for a potential buyer. But I don't see. I truly here. I truly don't see Arcade 1UP like they're kind of just gonna do the same thing. You know what you guys saw. I don't want to touch on this too much but what we've kind of seen, where it comes Claw Machine, the Golden Tee, the NBA Jam, the Midway, and possibly Capcom. I don't know. Like that's what we're getting, and it's not going to be anything like that we would want. So you're not getting a Final Fight Dynamo. It's going to be like, hey, we're going to contractually obligate us making this X-Men 97 cab, and that's our Capcom release, right? And it's like, that really doesn't cut it for a lot of people, but so it's worrisome. We'll talk about it, guys. I promise you. We'll talk about it. Julio, ask that question again because we'll talk about it. Visel says, are you planning on doing a Gauntlet Dark Legacy cap? So yes, we are. So and again, we're gonna use that midway form factor. And guys, like X-Men 97 right now, if it's still there, I know it was there last time I checked. $3.99, no tax, free shipping from Arcade 1UP Direct. So I just want you to think about that real quick. Like that's a pretty good deal, and that's a good form factor to mod because they made it just a little bit more beef. Like they give it a half an inch taller, so it's better. It's a better form factor. They raise the screen up so you're not looking straight down. You're looking a little bit more up. It's a better form factor, and it's hard to not like want to just get it to mod. And again, that would be in the same Dark Legacy option. So that's still on the table, guys. If you remember the channel, I put that in, showed it on stream, I believe too. But that'd be something that we would target as well. And it would be cool to put like other games on there. Kind of be like a, just like a multi-cade, but it would be skinned, Gauntlet Dark Legacy. That'd be really neat. That Garcade has one of those too, which is awesome. James is saying Arcade 1UP's a big release in 2025 is going to be the Pac-Man 45th Anniversary Deluxe. You heard it here first. Count on it. Yeah. Oh man, it's Pac-Man, man. It's just enough. Adam, what's good? Thank you so much, man, for being here. There's a new friendly face in the place. Let's go. Jeremy, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Yo, what up, my dude? We got some new people in here. That's awesome. Always great to see new faces joining the place. Because I was a new face at one point 2 years ago. Maybe it's a year and a half. I don't know. 2 years ago, I was a new face, so it's always good to see new faces coming to the home arcade community. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back here, guys. Let's just cover AtGames real quick. Okay, now this guy was released. I didn't really get to do a video on it because there was a little bit of a debacle. And at AtGames request, they said, Danny, we would appreciate it if you just didn't do a video. And I said, AtGames, I got you. No skin off my back, right? So here's where we're at. Now, do I have any Magic Pixel fans in the house? Let me know in the chat. But these right here are your Magic Pixel games. Take a look at it. It's cool. They got the calendar. I love that they're releasing things just rapid fire every other week. Like a paycheck every 2 weeks kind of thing. So that's this. Where are we at? Mr. Clutch. Danny, we have seen much of you. Are you still watching some of the guys like 19K Fox and Michael B? Of course. Everybody that I'm still subscribed to, I still watch. Not to put anybody down or anything, but there's, anybody can do YouTube, right? But you got to be somewhat talented to kind of put on a host a show. You can't just sit here like, well, in today's news, here's the next topic. People fall asleep, especially if you're streaming late like me. So I still watch the same people, but I'm not subscribed to everybody because I wasn't subscribed to those people to begin with because I just don't find them entertaining. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be subscribed to everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get news, I think we have fun here a lot. Just real quick. I think we like to have fun. We like to joke. We don't do a lot of like news coverage. I think the best person in the home arcade community that does like you're breaking down your news videos and you're gonna get them every other day is Michael B. I mean, he just puts them out like no other, and I don't know how he does it. Mike, I gotta steal something from you. Annual P Dubs is probably second in that, but he doesn't cover all that stuff. I don't find my arcade interesting at all. Like it'd be hard for me to get hyped over a Casino-cade, my arcade. And I'm sorry if I don't talk about that, guys, but it's just what? Like, what are we talking about that for? If you guys want to start talking about some of that stuff, let me know in the chat because we could definitely have a discussion. But you're gonna get monotone CornerCult on that one. So yeah, so long and short, where we at here? I lost my train of thought. So Michael B, I don't know how he puts out those videos because now, like when I'm a stay-at-home dad, guys, I got like no time to make videos. I got to figure out some kind of formula to the madness here of how to do this. I got to get some advice from him because he can still shoot those videos out like no other. And I'm sitting here like, dude, I'm changing diapers, getting snacks, watching cartoons. Like we're coloring, like, oh, we're doing all this stuff. Like I don't know. It's a lot. But yes, I don't know any ill will against anybody. That's not my style. It's about the games. It's not about the people. I love people, but it's not about anybody. It's about the arcades. Period. End of story. It's about the games and getting the right form factors and getting that same nostalgic retro feeling in your home so you can enjoy it with your loved ones. Carlo, shed a little light here. I do like some of the Magic Pixels since they are in 4K low latency. Good point. Good point. They are. Now, I got to be honest with you. I truly cannot really tell the difference between the 2K and the 4K. They all look great, right? They all look great. So I just, you're asking the wrong guy, and my vision's terrible too. So I'll blame it on that, whatever. But they got this roadmap, and I like the roadmap. Okay. And now I know there's a lot of home arcade companies that do not like the roadmap. And we'll dive into this one. This is the one that's got the beef, right? But let me tell you something, AtGames. You're doing something right with the roadmap, okay? For a various of reasons, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I know John D is very against a roadmap. I know Arcade 1-Up as well. But I'm going to tell you something. If you know 1 or 2 cabs are coming out throughout the year, you now know what to do. You can save your money. You can sell something so you can prepare for it. Or you can say, hey, look, nothing's coming out next year. Like if you would have had the lineup to 2024 chat, you could truly say, okay, I'm probably going to get Golden Tee and that's it, or whatever the case may be. I'm probably just going to get the claw machine and that's it, right? So now I can focus my attention and other things on modding. Like, I don't know, or getting another cab or doing something else. I had a visitor. Son's going to bed. Big smile on his face. So, you can focus your attention on other things, and it, because you don't know. If we found out that, Arcade One Up, let's just use them for an example, right? Are only coming out with 2 cabs next year. It's going to be this and that, right? You can then say, okay, well, 2025 is going to pretty much be a wash. So what can I do? Maybe I can get that X-Men 97 now, and then I can mod it into something that I like, and then put the funds there, or save, or do, you can build out more. You have a plan. So that's what I can say. Kudos to AtGames for doing that. Now, let's break down this list a little bit. Now, I know you guys have seen this all over the place. I mean, they just politely said, yeah, AtGames asked you to not make an AtGames video. Yeah, because there's a mess up on here, and I know you guys have already seen it. I just think at the time they might have been in damage control, but it's okay. I mean, people make mistakes, obviously, right? And I wanted to cover that too. I wanted to cover that. Tim, Arcade One Up roadmap, yeah, no chance. It's sad because I'm telling you guys it would be helpful. And a lot of the real quick, we keep getting sidetracked, but that's okay. A lot of it, John D was saying that it ruins the excitement. Well, it doesn't. It doesn't ruin the excitement. Let me tell you this, okay? Let me just, and I've had this argument with him 1,000 times. Okay, here, let's look down this list real quick. Let's just say, where's one that I actually got kind of excited for? Let's just say, okay, Black Knight, right? Black Knight down there is coming out August 27th. Dope. Williams tables. Let's fucking go, right? Okay, that's in August of like next year. Okay, so I have room now to do what I want to do. I know what's going on. I don't have to sit here and wait day in and day out. Well, AtGames going to release Black Knight, Earthshaker, which I got to play today at the Garcade, which was pretty cool. Bonsai Run. I'm still waiting on a Bonsai Run. We're sitting here just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, okay, I got these in my back pocket. I'm ready to go. I can save up for them, put them off to the side, and move on to something else. It accelerates the progress of your home arcade. I don't know. It's just my 2 cents. Chat, what do you think? What do you think? Now, let's break down this. So, we go to February, right? February. Here we go. We're getting some Star Wars. So, February, March, and April is going to be all Star Wars, which is pretty cool. I wish they kind of like split that up a little bit because it's going to be all like Star Wars. But it'll be kind of cool. You get the Mandalorian. You get some cool tables in there. I think we've seen some of these, for you guys, Pinball FX. I don't have it. I don't play it. I don't know what it is, kind of thing. But a lot of these tables, I think, are on Pinball FX. But yeah, I would assume that these are from like the Arcade One Up one as well. The Star Wars. Some of those might be mixed in. Chat, help me out with that one. But here's where it starts rolling. So I will probably, want to get the Star Wars ones, right? The pinball packs, right? The first Williams table. May. Here we go, baby. Medieval Madness, The Getaway, and Junkyard. Those are some solid tables, guys. I mean, that is pretty cool. So that you should get hyped over. Star Wars is cool too. Don't discredit that at all. Williams Black Rose. I mean, I never played Black Rose. I'll tell you this much. If it's Williams, I'm going to give it a shot, right? The Party Zone comes after that. So May has a pretty good lineup of Williams. That's where some excitement is going to be headed towards. And then June is going to come out with the Theater of Magic, the Champion Pub, and Safecracker. I've never played or heard of any of these tables. JT Games, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Let's go. So yeah, that's another nice Williams pack. And then this is where the interesting controversy came from. Like, I guess Zen Studios never made a Tomb Raider, and Tomb Raider is on there, table 1 and 2. So I think this is on like the pre-production, and the slides got confused, and this one was sent out. So it's unfortunate, but I don't know if they spoiled the surprise for anybody, but we'll be getting that one as well. Hopefully, all fingers crossed. Jeremy says Pinball FX is fun to compete on. Yeah, you got to run out of computer. I don't think my computer is fast enough to be able to handle that. No way, no how. Williams Pinball Volume 4. We got Whitewater, Red and Ted's Roadshow, and Hurricane. A little bit more familiar with these tables, so that's cool. That's cool there. So we're getting some Williams tables here, and then the Tales of the Arabian Nights, Circus Voltaire. The only reason I know Circus Voltaire is because Michael B always brings it up, I believe. So I don't know that one, but I know Tales of the Arabian Nights. That was on the arcade one up. Pinball, the Attack from Mars. I've seen these tables before. Funhouse was there as well. Funhouse there? I know Red and Ted's Roadshow was there. Junkyard was on there. Got Space Station. You got some cool tables coming out. So long and short, this is some exciting stuff. Right, this is if you own a 4KP, if you own, an AtGames pinball, right? This is some cool and exciting stuff. That you have a roadmap, you got a direction, and then they got the calendar up here. There's just gonna be rapid fire and this stuff, so it's really awesome. I thought it was really cool to see that because we haven't gotten like transparency like that from a home arcade company, to my knowledge. I mean, when you go to CES, right? You watch the old CES videos from last year. You get the pole position, the My Arcade and stuff, and that's on there, and that looks great. But yeah, it's and then it comes out now, so you don't really know when you go there. Arcade One Up could be coming out. It could be CES, right? Could be CES next week, whenever, and Arcade One Up's got this deluxe beauty pole position deluxe, right? And you're like, wow. And they don't give you a date when it's going to come out. It could come out in August. And it's like, damn, I got to wait that long. Kind of sucks, But Oh, JT Games. That's a great question. Thank you for asking, It's hard. Can't be too transparent now, guys. Can't be too transparent. But it's hard being a content creator and like taking care of the kids. When I worked and I was taking care of the kids, that was pretty easy, because content creation came when I got home. Everybody's already asleep, so you can't like it's just different, and I got to get adjusted to that for sure. But it's cool. It's really cool because unfortunately I missed out on so much of our kids' lives. When you work all the time, you working adults know, you just miss out on everything. You literally miss out on everything. So I got a lot of videos and pictures, but I wasn't there. And it got to the point, guys, total side note from home arcade. It got to the point where, my daughter would draw pictures, me separately, and then the family here. And it was like sad, dude. But now she draws the pictures with everybody together. It's dope. That's cool. Right. So I'm already having an impact. A month and a half in, we're already having an impact. Shit, I think it's going on like 2 months now. That's insane. Yeah, it's less time. It's less time. I gotta figure out a healthy balance, I think, because I'm full in 100% on the kids. It's because I miss so much time. So we're doing bath time. We got so many things. My son needs a diaper every 30 seconds. Like, and it's just it's watching cartoons with them, exploring new things, playing with Play-Doh. It's funny. It's just great. Taking them outside, riding bikes. My son and daughter can ride bikes. They can go on scooters, and they're very, very little. So they love to play in the CornerCult too. They literally come up to me. My daughter, my son doesn't talk as much, but my daughter will say, can you turn on the CornerCult? And I was like, you bet your ass we can. Let's go. Like, so we'll play in here for a little bit. My daughter's getting really good at Pac-Man and Crystal Castles. Like, really good, guys. It's kind of scary. Like, kids can just pick up on this stuff, and it's unreal. But yeah, I need to balance it out. I need to crank some videos out. I tried to do some videos, guys. I tried to go live with the pinball with the natural history, and my internet is garbo. So I got to figure out a new way to do that. I think I'm just going to have to do pre-recorded videos, guys, and I'm sorry, but I still want to bring some content to you. I know you guys want to hear my goofy opinions on some of this cool stuff that's coming out, and I need to get more disciplined. I got to get a little bit more focused back on the YouTube side. A little bit, not too much, not go crazy, but yeah. And it's been just depressing. It's been just depressing. Like, the home arcade community has been a little depressing. Now, I know that you guys here will always be here because you believe in us. You believe in the family, you believe in myself, and you believe in yourself as well. But it's just been really like sad. And it's like, man, like, this is why Arcade One Up said, to hell with you guys. I'm just going to go hang out with my family because that's what all that matters at the end of the day, is your loved ones, right? Tomorrow's not guaranteed, guys. I got to be honest with you, right? Tomorrow's not guaranteed. I think people should just spread a little bit more love. Weisel says, yeah, out of my daughter's 18 years, I've missed over half of it by being deployed of the stupid wars. Man, that is insane. That is insane. 100% Jason. Appreciate your service, Weisel. Had no idea. But I wanted to be a professional wrestler back in the day, and I would have had zero time with kids. I mean, you see those stories of Stone Cold Steve Austin never even seen his kids kind of thing. And now he's got to make up all that time. I don't think I could do it. I was a really good athlete in high school and college. I'm talking about football, basketball, baseball, but and I always wanted to be, I wanted to go pro. I mean, dude, listen, you could be a third string quarterback and you're set for life. You don't have to take it down. You don't have to snap a football and you're set for life. Like the craziness of that, right? So that's what I wanted to do, and you can never run a family. You can never run a family with those type of jobs. I couldn't, at least. You miss out on too much, too much. All right, so that's AtGames. Here we go, Julio. The CornerCult roadmap for 2025. Live unboxings Monday. Review products on Thursday. Sunday freestyle live streams and Monday night chill and chat. I love it. I love it. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We just recently sold The Simpsons. I think I should do, chat. Should I do an end of year room tour? Should I do an end of the year room tour kind of thing? The last room tour we did was 6 months ago. There's been a lot of change. Like 8 cabs gone, right? And my wife and I are getting a little bit more selective and picky on what we're bringing in here. And take her X-Men, for example. This heavily modded X-Men. We're looking at it as like, hey, we can do better. And that's maybe one that goes in the midway cab, right? It's where we want that slanted control panel. I think once she saw the transformation at Killer Instinct, that she kind of just took a look around and was like, well, all the other control panels are slanted. This has got to be slanted. And you can actually see the control panel right here. And it's like, it's a little too high for her. So I think we might be modding that. Joe Kate is saying, do a room tour. Let's go. I think it'll be a little bit more. The last room tour I did, I really deep dived into that. It was like a half an hour long. I'm running out of phone storage on my phone. I don't think I can do those anymore. JT Game says, Danny, where did your arcade go? Are you moving back to a spare room? My arcade is still here, JT. I don't clarify. Help me out a little bit. Still here in the same room. CornerCult 2.0 is still here, guys. Let's go. All right, here. Where are we at? All right, so that we're all caught up with. And then, it's in Julio, getting back to your comment. You guys want me going live Tuesday nights? I jumped on here Sunday, kind of finishing out the year. I mean, we're kicking off. We're gonna be kicking off 2025 here very, very soon. This is the end of 2024, guys. Can you believe it? It's the 29th already. It's 3 days away. 2 technically, right? Yeah, so I don't know. It's crazy to think. It's even crazy to me that, guys, we've been doing a show forever, right? And there's literally been probably no exciting news that, like, at least, like, we're interested in, because it's about the 3/4 scale, maybe XL. That's where we're kind of going to talk in our next topic here. Maybe a little new wave toys sprinkled in, but it's just been, it's been rough, guys. Like, can you imagine, like, me covering, Arcade 1-Up 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, like, where you're getting Star Wars, Ridge Racer, T2, like, all over the place stuff. It's insane. Like, those were really cool days. Like, and I remember I didn't cover it, but I certainly was buying and stuff. That was when I was just getting into some things. So, all right, so let's drop that down real quick. Wild Child, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for being here, dude. Let's go. All right, so where we at now, guys? Where we at? Oh, let's see here. Do I have any more images? That's the thing. That's the question I got. Oh, you talk about, so, for those of you that didn't see Dark Legacy, I got that actually pulled up right here. There you go, right there. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. So that's what we were talking about, guys. I think that's what Weisel brought up, is the Gauntlet Dark Legacy cabinet mod. I think this thing, and it's the midway form factor, and you're literally just taking the marquee out and sliding a different one in, and that would have to be custom built. And there's thousands of modding companies that can do this for you. But yeah, and I would probably make that a 2-player. You know me. You know me. I love my 2 players. You know, I can't do the 4 players. But that was that. Okay, so I don't have any video, but that's okay. You can hear my voice. Actually, hold on. I really should have emailed myself that image. Wonder if we can do this. Let me float on over to let's float on over to the YouTube page real quick. Let's go to the CornerCult's page and let's scroll down, guys, because there's something I'm going to show. It was this. You might get a little double CornerCult real quick. Where are we at here? Do I have? Okay. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll back it out. I don't know. Let's see. The long video. Okay, so Arcade One Up's 2024 lineup, right? We had crazy enough, we have literally 4 out of the 5 products here. The only thing we don't have, and I mean the photo booth, whatever. We don't have the claw machine. That's actually kind of crazy. My kids would love the claw machine, so literally we'd have all of them. But you're talking Golden Tee Deluxe, X-Men 97, Pac-Man Cabaret, and Deluxe, and then the NBA Jam Deluxe. I mean, that's so I want you to visualize this, guys, okay? So if I told you over or under Arcade One Up 2025 lineup, is it going to be better than X-Men 97, NBA Jam 2-player, Pac-Man Plus Deluxe, and Golden Tee plus Claw Machine? This is where I started to get a little concerned, right? This is where things start to get questionable, where I'm like, okay, that was a pretty slow year. And could it actually get worse? They're not going to come out with the Claw Machine 2. You know, are they going to come out with a coin pusher or something silly? Perhaps. Chad, this is right. I want you to really think. I mean, you guys buy this product just as much as we do. You know, like what do you think? You know, when it comes down to 4 players to 2 players, they're not going to do Turtles. Turtles, Simpson, and X-Men are all gone. They're not doing Golden Axe. What is there left? Am I missing something? Could they do Blitz Deluxe? Could they do Blitz 2-player Deluxe? Do they dare make that again? So, like, now you get into it. What, you got a coin pusher, Blitz Deluxe. Could they do another Capcom tie-in to another movie or cartoon or whatever the case may be? The Midway cabinet, you know, we talk about XL, the Golden Tee Midway. I mean, God, this really makes you think, guys, like, holy hell, this could be really, really bad. And it's concerning to me, right? Because it's like, oh man, like, this is our passion, this is our hobby. This is what we do as a family. This is what we do as a channel. You know, it's like, so you wonder, you know, and a lot of people pivot, you know, to do different things, but this is what I get excited about, you know, and it's not just Arcade One Up. Don't get me wrong. I think there's a lot of things that need to be kind of sorted out, right? My biggest concern 2024 going into 2025, guys, and this is why I'm really concerned here. You know, take Glenn's FU, Cade, right? And I had some conversations with some fellow YouTubers behind the scenes, right? And we were just talking. And we want to support it, right? The problem with this, something like this, though, and this is just my mind, Chad, help me out. Glenn, if you catch the replay, leave a comment. Is Glenn, I think, he's going too much in. You know, he wants this thing to be real, big, badass, like ready for a real arcade, right? And I don't know if somebody wants to pay $200 to $500 to get this thing shipped out. I got to be honest with you, chat. And I just looking at it, you know, Glenn wants the screen to rotate, right? To rotate. I think that's just more components that could break in this thing. I think you either pop it out, rotate it yourself, or you don't rotate the screen at all. Like you sell individual ones. So I floated this by some fellow YouTubers and companies buy stuff. G.I. Joel, everybody, Glenn, steal my ideas. I don't care because I'm here to help the home arcade community, guys. What if I told you this? Instead of the FUcade, instead of it being 225 pounds, 6'5", right? What if you sold a midway form factor, a dynamo form factor, and a Pac-Man form factor, right? Let's just start simple, okay? It's just the bare bones. You got to buy buttons, and you got to buy the games, right? And you got to buy the artwork separately. Maybe you could throw the buttons in there. I don't know, right? What if I told you, chat, that this would be in a deluxe form factor that you can buy a shell for $199? Would you do it? Free shipping. Holy shit, I said free shipping too. Would you do that over the FUcade, right? I mean, the FUcade is going to cost you $1,200 to $1,500. I'm thinking, right? Now, it could be wrong. It could be $1,300. I just think that's a lot because now you got to go out. You got to buy skins. You got to reach out to Joe Zabos or somebody. That's going to be easily $200, $300, $400 right there. You got to reach out to somebody, get ROMs. They're not giving those for free. You know, Cool Toys not coming over and downloading them for you, right? Right? Got to buy buttons. I mean, guys, I want to mod. The only cab I haven't done buttons for is the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe. Shame on me, right? It needs to be done. I play as Cabal. I need to hit all those moves, right? It's like $70 to do the buttons. It's not a cheap. Plus, you got to buy wires. We fortunately have enough wires here because we've been doing modding since the cows came home. But that's like $68, you know, to do the buttons. So it adds up, guys. It adds up. That's what my point is saying. But what if you could do a deluxe for $199, $200, bare bones, kind of like what Glenn is offering, just arcade one-up style, right? Or the deluxe style, right? And so this was my concerns, right? You got to make it affordable. And in Rainwater, you bring up a good point. You know, there might not be a lot of profit. This was something that I just kind of threw out there. I don't know. Could be. Maybe you got to do $299, right? Maybe you got to do $300. Maybe the $200 is no profit, right? But even if you made, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much MDF costs, right? But even if you made $50, $20 off a cab, I think you're headed in the right direction because I got to look at what it costs Best Buy to buy cabs, guys, and arcade, they're only making like $50, right, off of these cabs. They're not, when they sell a cabinet to you, Best Buy's taking $50. So I'm just throwing it out there, guys. Again, I'm just throwing it out. It's good conversation. And I know Glenn's gonna do some great things, but I don't know if I want this monster against these things. And I feel like you got to restart all over again, right? It's gonna dwarf these things and make this thing look like new wave toys. But it wasn't just Glenn, you know, and this thing could be badass. I have no idea. We still gotta wait, probably the end of 2025 until we get something like that. But I will say this: it seems, you know, when we were told by Travis MCP, Travis, where the hell are you, right? As 2024, year of the XL. If you think the year of the XL, if you think the answer to the year of the XL is a Frankenstein Midway Golden Tea cab, you don't even know the question, right? Like, come on now. Like that was rough. So obviously, little miscommunication there, and it never happened. The year of the XL is done, but that might be 2025. The year of the XL might be 2025, and I'm like, I'm a little scared. Right? I'm a little scared. Because with XL, you're either all in or you're not. It just looks goofy. And it's not so much the heights. In a home arcade or any arcade, right? The heights are all over the place. It's like the width. These things got 19-inch screens in them. They're the size of 2 1-ups. Like they're too big, you know? So I'm just gonna say this. So John D obviously is going to be doing something. This is going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting to cover this stuff no matter what. I mean, even if it's XL, right? Now, would I buy it? Maybe not, but it's still going to be exciting for those who want XL. But this could be nothing but XLs. You know, we could get I don't know, like a Dynamo XL from John D. We could get a big red, coming out from Unico from John D. We could get a lot of XL talk. And I don't know how I feel about that, guys. Like, I'm starting to look at this like, shit, 2025 could be, and Brooklyn, you're not wrong. Maybe I should go Tuesday nights, right? just had to get on. It worked out great for the family because my wife's settling down, the kids are settling down. I don't have to go on the 10 o'clock at night. But I just think, guys, we got the FUK, we got John D cooking shit up. So then that's like 3 XLs. Now, Arcade 1UP, what if they just come out with a bunch of poo? This was the crossroads where I was like, huh, like this said XL could be really cool, right? And I don't want to just add a bunch of poo to the arcade because it's a deluxe, I don't know. Chat, what do you think? You guys been talking for a while. Let me scroll up here. Let me scroll. Where we at? So I got a little. I hope not basketball, hoops, and air hockey. I really hope Arcade 1UP's not going that route. That will be very, very disappointing. Wild Child says, yes, it certainly can get worse. In my opinion, this past year really sucked for home arcades. It did. It certainly did. The energy, we're still there. I mean, the hypeness is still cool. I'm very excited about this Golden Axe mod. We just need one more piece to the puzzle. And that's if my boy G.I. Joel can come through for us, because we're going to have a custom control panel made for that. As you know, it's not a 6-button layout. It's a 3-button layout. And then everything's going to be done. So it's very, very close. WrestleMania should already be here. I gotta drive over to Ezekiel's house because we got to get that rolling. Tim says, Arcade 1UP will only be better if they can get new licensing and somebody creative to replace ThinkUp. Otherwise, it's Recycle City. And I will say this. So you are 100% right. But even if you did Recycle City, right? Take the Street Fighter 2 cabinet. You know that Legacy that had the angel wings? That actually, the art was badass. Put that in a Dynamo. Holy hell. That would be unstoppable. I'd buy that. Let's go. And I'll take it one step further. Ghosts and Goblins on there, right? Ghouls and Ghosts. Make it a Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts skin. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to sell 3,000. But who says it has to sell 3,000? Make 500 of that. Make 1,000 of that. Do 1,000 to Street Fighter. Do 1,000 Final Fight. And man, oh man, that would be pretty cool, right? Right? Like, I don't know, something different. Something, the different skin. Remember, guys, if I wanted a multi-cade, I'd have one machine behind me be the AtGames and the AtGames, right? But you buy this for the nostalgia, the feeling of walking into an arcade, right? Like, an arcade doesn't just have 2 multi-cades and there's a line out the door, everybody just waiting for the 2 multi-cades to free up, right? Like, this is what you want to see. But yes, they definitely need to get the ball rolling. But again, you could still, for as little stuff as they have, they could still be cranking out things left and right. I don't know. They could redo the MK1 Chinese takeout version. They can redo Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate and like a deluxe. I mean, just looking around the arcade, there's so many things that you can do. It just sucks, They could certainly do a Ridge Racer Deluxe. That's easy, right? So I don't know. It's, again, we're gonna play the waiting game, right? Week by week, right? And maybe, hopefully, we can get a glimmer of what Arcade 1UP is trying to do. Maybe at CES. At CES, guys. What do you think? And Wild Child saying, I wouldn't pay that much just for shipping. I mean, I don't, 200 to 500. I mean, it's going to be like a real arcade, guys, and that's how real arcades are shipped. So I'm just throwing it out there. See, Rainwater says, keep in mind how Arcade 1UP works. They will throw in $10 anti-fictee mat to raise the price 40. I think it was way more than that. They throw in a $30 silver rate price 70, throw in $8. It might be more than that because I know John D was on the record of saying like, look, we add that stuff to kind of just create more value. I think what would have created the best value is taking the chrome T molding off, getting the marquee right, and getting the right joysticks on there to call it a pro, right? I mean, they already know that they debacled that whole situation, but yeah, I mean, I think the sweetest spot, guys, is $299, right? Can you imagine X-Men 97, $299, Golden Tee Deluxe, $299. $299 is where it's at. You know, you can argue $399, but $299 is really where it's at. Yeah, and again, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't really know, you know, but I think it'd make it for a good discussion. And this is that's why I bring it to your guys' attention live. Otherwise, they're just sitting talking about it, Mr. Corner Kid in bed. So going bare bones removes all the extra stuff that they can justify with those big profit margins. Again, yes. Yeah. So yeah. Wild Child, no, even though the market window seems to be closing on the 3-4 scale arcades, I'm happy with them because they are far more manageable and I would never been able to have as many as I do full size. Yeah. And again, because you're buying the atmosphere. So that's like the biggest thing. It is so surreal, guys. Trust me. Everybody that's in this chat, everybody on the Facebook market group, anybody that owns a home arcade, you turn these on half the time just to come in here and watch TV or play the games or enjoy time with your family. I mean, these things are always on. We'll play them, come and go. That's a whole cool thing about arcades. You know, we'll do like art projects in here. I'll be coloring with the kids on the floor, like crayons and whatever. Like it's the arcades are just on. Like that's the ambiance. You don't even have to have the attract modes on, but it's just cool. Like it's a vibe. It's a vibe that you can't replace. If you're into that vibe, you just can't replace it. Yes, he's definitely cooking something. And let me tell you something. It's gonna be the exact opposite of what Arcade One Up is cooking. Arcade One Up is casual. Arcade One Up is very, very casual, and John D is gonna be the exact opposite of that. I would assume, and I hope, but the form factor is the only thing that truly concerns me. Because when we're talking like higher than Time Crisis, and Time Crisis is what 70, 72 inches high. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Joe K said, "Why are you anti the dual hoops, air hockey, skee ball ideas?" I'm anti that because it's like a clown show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not what people in this market truly want. Like, right? We're trying to with the shuffle golf, right? I always said this. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Because I've said this. I said Arcade One Up. Let's just take Arcade One Up for example, right? They can do the coin pushers, the whack-a-moles, the skee balls, the claw machines, the papa shots all day, right? But then you better be tailoring to both sides of the fence. You better be coming out with the 4 titles. You know, I better see a pole position deluxe, right? Let's get something that they actually have, right? Something midway, right? Like we want to see something like retro arcade. And you could come up with the new stuff too. Keep coming up with stuff. Who says you got to stop? You know? And maybe that's what Arcade One Up was trying to do, and the retailers just put to that. But to Arcade One Up's point, they have their own distributor now, Alliance Distribute. They have their own warehouse. There is no more, well, Best Buy didn't want to carry it in our warehouses, so we can't come up with Robotron Deluxe, right? Well, no, you can make that now, and you can store it in your own warehouse. And then hopefully you don't have to store it for long because people will buy this stuff because it's cool. It's what people have been waiting for. No, it's never, dude. Come on. Yeah, let me tell you something. I never, ever, ever, and the rock means ever offended at all. Trust me, Rainwater. Never. It's not worth my time. It's just happy-go-lucky over here, right? So no disrespect or anything, but I'm just curious. I heard that room behind you is your master bedroom. Do you have like a Murphy bed or where do you sleep? So, great question. We live in an apartment, right? Master bedroom only says master because there's a bathroom attached to it, right? But we sleep in a different room. We have a 3-bedroom place. So and my wife wanted to put the arcade. This is my wife's decision, right? She wanted to put the arcade in the living room. I said, honey, like I appreciate you, but you can't put an arcade in the living room. Like, we're gonna watch a Bears game, right? And this would be like a gaming room or some sort with the kids. They had their toy chests, and we'll put a TV up with a couch and stuff like that. But no, yeah, it's not as big as you think, but it was a little bit bigger than because we fit the same amount in. I think we can only fit like 4 more arcades in our previous room. And the reason why we did that too is because my wife sleeps better. I don't really sleep better. I don't see a difference. I know in that bedroom it has vaulted ceilings. This one doesn't. But yeah, so she sleeps better in that room. She would always toss and turn here all the time, and she actually sleeps better in that one. So she's like, "I'm glad we made the change." Yeah, I mean, you always, I mean, ideally, we would like to get a house and put these in a basement. That is where the party is really going to start. Get some arcade carpet going, get some graffiti on the wall. Like, that'd be some really cool shit. You want to see an arcade room tour? What I got in my head and what my wife's got, you ain't seen nothing yet. Trust me. We can't even paint in here. Got to keep it white walls, you know? Wild Child says, "Oh, Danny, I forgot. What is the blasphemy I heard that you are selling your big buck hunter cap?" I'm sorry, Wild Child. I don't want to, but it is up for sale. I don't think it's gonna sell. It's listed for $500. I mean, we got the $200 retro 530 marquee in there. I should be selling that thing for $600. It's taking $100 loss on the damn thing. But you know, a lot of people will offer you $200. It's just that one doesn't get a lot of play. But I think it's there right now. You know, it's up for sale, but it's there right now. We'll see what happens. You know, if I get blown away for an offer, okay, I'll let it go, and we could do it. We can take that money, turn around, do another mod project or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. You know, right? I don't know. But yeah, it's there right now. But you know, who knows? It might change. Oh, had a line of thunderstorms came through last night. So glad they were 3/4 scale when unplugging them. Yeah, that's another thing too. Now, if I owned a real arcade, I would have all these things on smart plugs. There ain't no way I'm running through and turning all these things on and off. Like, that's insane, right? To move those and to do, I mean, that's how ours are now. All smart plugs, one button on, one button off, dude. Let's go. Garage Gamer, what's up, guys? Let's go. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Wild Child says, let me tell you, my girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter is visiting from Virginia. We showed her my arcade games, and she had a blast playing Big Buck Hunter together. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. My kids love playing it. It's all right. It's just for some reason that one I haven't picked up in a while, and maybe because I got KI behind me, and I've just been into other games. NBA Jam I've been into a lot. Just when you put those real buttons in there, man, just changes the game. Obviously, the pinball I've been playing like nonstop. And just kind of enjoying. We kind of go through like a rotation, then I'll circle back, play a little bit more Golden Tee. Played a lot of NFL Blitz. I'm on NFL Blitz 99. I beat the first one, so that's cool. And that's what this is about, playing the home arcades and loving them. But that was kind of like my big concern as crap. This might be a real thing. We might, guys, just be getting XL from here on forward. I mean, damn, I wish I would have known that. I could have picked up a KI XL, right? But this is hard. It's a hard, and we'll find out more. CES will come. Hopefully, our boy James Hates Everything will be down there, and we can bug him for some content. And just see if John D from Unico or John D brings something. It would be kind of cool to at least see a video. If they don't bring something down to actual CES, it would be cool to get some inside knowledge, something. It'd be cool if Arcade One Up, if they're not going to be there, show a video on their website, tweet something out, right? So that would be cool. All in all, that would be exciting to see. Now, let's have some fun, guys. I don't know if this is gonna be too much fun, right? Because we're recapping 2024, and it's been a down year. But I want to know, chat. This is gonna be all you. I'm just speaking, right? Chat. What was some of your highlights of 2024, and what are some of your lights of 2024? Whether it be AtGames, New Wave Toys, Arcade One Up. I know Arcade One Up is going to be big on the negative side. I do say, I got hyped when I heard that Golden Tee Deluxe was coming out. I was like, literally, fuck yes, let's go, baby. Like, that was literally like they needed to redo that one. It was so bad, like the form factor before. Oh god, that would be awesome, Wild Child. That would be awesome. Aito Cab, have the double dragon. That would be really cool. Honestly, not even like a huge Double Dragon fan, right? Double Dragon beat 'em up, right? But I would enjoy having that in the home arcade. It's a different new game, right? Different marquee, you know. But yeah, that would be cool. But Chad, that's the question I have for you. Some lowlights of 2024, some highlights, whether it be products, you know, mainly products, right? Like you thought we're gonna come out that just never made the cut. Um, and what do you think? Do you think 2025 is gonna be anything different? I think just thinking out loud, I think 2024, I think the new form factor from Arcade One Up is disappointing. You know, the slim Katie, the 4 inches off the backside. I think that kind of stinks. Um, they did it to the claw machine too. Because the claw machine was supposed to have like an XL form factor, and they shrunk it down. That's why the claw actually hits the plexiglass. It's not supposed to be doing that. So I don't know. I think this is just it stinks. You know, it stinks. You know, we had Golden Tee, and then we had X-Men 97, and then what? You know, it's funny. It's funny though too. I have the NBA Jam Deluxe Golden Tee and the X-Men 97. And just recently, because the community is just a mensch, gifted us Pac-Man Deluxe. So I have all of them, which is insane. It's like I don't even, you don't even. It's like I do like the NBA Jam. I do like the 2-player. It just sucks that's a Slim Katie, but again, you can't even see it. Like behind me, it just would look like a normal one. I get it, totally understand, right? And we've had these discussions before. Joe Kate says, highlights are the claw machine. Love that thing. Don't care if it's popular. Joe, do you own one? I know you own a real claw machine, but do you own the Arcade One Up claw machine? Let me know in the chat. He also says, no lowlights for me. It was a slower year in the home arcade community. Yes, but it wasn't as bad as everyone seems to believe. So I think because we're used to like things actually moving and grooving. It'll be interesting to see now that Arcade One Up's kind of just slowed the train down to see if some of these other companies just say, step it up and let's do something. Let's get up or get out the way kind of thing. Tim York, great. Look at this. Beautiful. Highlights. Obviously, the AtGames 4KP. Evercade Alpha, which is interesting. Now, I said in my 4KP review of the AtGames pinball machine that was definitely the product of the year. And it's great. I'm looking at this thing. It's great quality. Absolutely awesome. There's not really anything bad to say about it. The Evercade Alpha, and that's another thing too. Not really big on the countercades. I know there's a lot of people here that like that. I wish some of these companies like Evercade and start making 3/4 scales. That would be dope, man. Everybody said it. We don't care who's making this shit, as long as it's cool, good shit, exciting stuff. That is what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. We want that. So I don't know. So here, where are we at here? I'm sorry. I forgot the low lights. Flipper lag on the 4KP. Now I was able to get over that, right? I didn't have to deal with that because when we got it, it was all corrected. And yeah, just downtime too. Downtime. There's a lot of downtime, Julio Hernandez says lows was that there was no new titles from Arcade One Up. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, Arcade One Up could have done two new titles, even one at this point. And I think a lot of people would have been excited still, at least. But some highlights are he got his 4KP Snoopy. So let's go. Last cap I was super excited about was Time Crisis. And that feeling, we just don't have that excitement anymore. So I don't know. I mean, this is home arcade, man. And like I was showing you guys here, let me bring a visual to the table. Do I still have the visual? That's the question, guys. Like this visual, retro nostalgia vibes, dude. Like it just brings a smile to my face. Like we had so much fun today. We were there for like 4 or 5 hours. Here, tip for you parents out there. You got to feed the kids. Got to feed the kids McDonald's before you go. At least my kids get excited They got excited for their Happy Meals and the extra fries and the apple slices and the juice boxes. You got to get them on a full belly, otherwise they're not going to make it. We learned that the hard way one time. We went to the arcade. They lasted for about 30 minutes, and that was it. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Like, let's go, guys. But it's these vibes. They're unmatched. You know, they're unmatched, at least in my opinion. That's why you guys are here live Sunday night, 10 o'clock. You guys got to go to work tomorrow or what? All right. Wild Child says, I do miss the excitement that came with Arcade 1-Up when they were announced new titles or hinted at them. Still remember when they unveiled Star Wars. Now, see, I had a Star Wars, but that is way past my time. Way past my time. So let's see what we got going on here. Fret Burner. My highlights again: Time Crisis, Mortal Kombat Deluxe, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, and Golden Axe. Lows, feeling like nothing more is coming that'd be worth having. That's the scary part, guys. I got to be honest with you. Now, I'm super, 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 super excited about WrestleMania coming, and I'm super excited about Golden Axe going to a Dynamo, right? Like this, I'm telling you guys, when you watch this video, you're going to drop your pants, right? You're going to be on the bus station watching the corner gate, dropping the pants, because when you see the Golden Axe in the Dynamo, this is what it should have been all along, and this is what Arcade 1-Up could have done, guys. Like, oh my God, what are you guys doing over there? Like, wake up. Somebody wake up. You know, but this is going to be dope. And I'm really excited because I haven't played the Arcade 1-Up Golden Axe at all. Shinobi, Wrestle War, Altered Beast. I played as a kid on the Sega Genesis. So I never really played the arcade version, but Golden Axe and the Revenge of Death Adder, like this is going to be fucking sick, guys. So I'm excited about a new game, and I'm excited about this whole redesign this is how it should have came from day one. So that's awesome. Wild Child says that's awesome. Wish we had a nice retro arcade like that here in Buffalo. And it's crazy to me because we have like 3 or 4 of these arcades. It's crazy to think that like there are people that don't have home arcades in their towns, in their cities. No, not home arcades, retro arcades. King Midas. My highlights were getting the 4KP and the Nova Blast. Those are 2 solid machines, dude. Let me ask you this real quick. The 4KP, what skin is it? What skin did you get? And the Nova Blast, what did you put in it? What'd you put in it? Because there's so many possibilities. And how is that Nova Blast? Yeah. But the 2024 recap, I mean, as far as like, products to be excited, this is literally, we have shifted to straight modding. I think we've gotten too picky. And I don't want to do that. I mean, but you got to, full disclaimer, you see it behind me, you got to light up your coin doors. That's the first mod you should do right out of the gate. That's very easy. And then it should be buttons, right? But aside from that, we did marquees. I mean, when we did this Killer Instinct here, let me just get out of the way so you guys can see it. Oh, this is a great shot, by the way. We sold Simpsons, so it's a little bit different, but you can see the little G.I. Joel riser action there. Beautiful. I got to get Joel riser for the Centipede. But when we did this mod, right? And I got a Joel riser here too. When we did this mod, this is where it's at. Like that's why I think it started to open up to say, like, look, if we can figure out how to get the games on these things and the menu to where we want it to be, where it's not confusing. I'm running like a PC build in this thing. I mean, literally, the possibilities are endless. Like, you can do this, and anybody can do this, guys. If we can do this, you can do this 110%. 110%. Wild Child says, I have the Golden Axe cab. It's really cool. Shinobi still frustrates me as it did 35 years ago. That is so funny. Yeah, Golden Axe looks like a cool game. I like the theme too. It's like badass. The way he's like you're beating up the guy and then like hitting him over the head like the skeleton. You're throwing him like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. I'll take this beat him up. I would like to do the Simpsons in like a X-Men 97 form factor. We would like to do Turtles if we could ever get our hands on a PCB and controller board to that. there are a lot of titles that we could still salvage from Arcade 1-Up and just make better, like better, bigger, badder than they did. Because a lot of their heyday was when everything was in that swan design, you know, that cookie cutter shape. And I think we're going to be doing a lot of that stuff, because I don't think these companies are going to be coming out with stuff. Ha, Danny, I told you. Once you get these first light up coin doors, you want to do it for all the Cavs. Easy mod looks great. Yeah, you're 100% right, dude. Shout out to Retro 530 for making this happen, but a bigger shout out to our boy Stock Jock. He actually makes these things, and he hooked us up fat with like 12 of them. So we're set. We're set, guys. I guess you can make these things pretty easily. I had no idea. And a lot of this is off Amazon or AliExpress or wherever. But just such a dope and needed mod. 110%. I mean, literally, it just how it should be. You guys were right. I always listen to you. You guys were right. You told me about the buttons. Change the game. I got to get the buttons in Mortal Kombat. I know. That's literally the last cab. And then I'll do, you know, it's funny. We had some lime green buttons that we had in MVC2. Remember when we did that mod live? We did the button swap. And I still had those, you know, because when I sell these things, I don't sell them with the real buttons. I just, you know, sell them with the Arcade 1-Up buttons. Nobody cares about the real buttons and these things that are buying them. So we're going to put those lime green buttons, I think, in the Frogger. That'll be dope. Like the white and the lime green. That'll be really cool. Really cool. Try living in Lower Alabama. They pulled the last arcade machine out of the 7-Eleven in 1989. Geez, that stinks, man. I wonder why retro arcades are more popular, like in my area, than they would be elsewhere. I thought, you know, retro arcades were coming back. I don't know. I thought they were like the barcade scene. That was coming back, you know. All right, chat. Let's get nuts, right? Let's get nuts, guys. Wild Child says, adds a little something to them. The coin doors, I mean, really adds the ambiance. Couldn't agree more. It's such an easy mod to do, too. You just drill the holes and you're done. You know, it's really easy to do. And the buttons, too, are super easy. The buttons are really easy to do. So both of those are very obtainable mods. I think the hardest thing, but I've never discovered it, is putting games on a Pi or anything like that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know where to get the ROMs. I don't know any of that computer stuff. I would love to mod the NFL Blitz and the Blitzmas that Team Encoder came out with, and then Team Encoder back-to-back also came out with the Fast and Furious mod that's right next to there, and I'd love to do that as well. I got to just, like, take a look and do some deep diving, right? That should be pretty easy to do. I don't know. We'll see. But, guys, as we end 2024, right? As we end 2024, we're going to sail into 2025. Are you guys excited? Is there anything new you want to see to the channel? Is there anything you want me to cover, guys? Is there anything you want me to do differently? Let me know. Can we make some changes? Because we switch it up at the Cornercade. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us know. We're probably going to do the same thing. You're going to be getting a ton of Let's Goes. You're going to be getting a ton of everything else. You're going to be getting a ton of getting hyped. There's going to be a ton of having fun. Oh, thank you, Wild Child. Yeah, and it's got the G.I. Joel Riser on there, too. I got 5 calves of the Joel Riser, making it look like that deluxe form factor. So awesome. Still love the way your Blitz came out the 2-player control deck. Yep, still back there. Still, like, the side, still rocking it out. The only thing I think that would cap that off for me is if I got the artwork and I could put it down all the way like I did with KI, and it kind of covers up any seam lines, anything like that, and we get the right artwork on there. Because with Joel's is he's got like the paint that matches the vinyl. But again, you're talking about paint to vinyl, so it doesn't look the same, but it's pretty close. And then he's got like the Blitz sticker on there. He did the best as he could, but you almost need like the vinyl that goes down the whole way, so it truly looks like KI turned out, right? That was pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Appreciate it though. It's always fun modding and getting the calves to where you want them to be, you know. Because sometimes it's not good enough. You know, like that marquee was not good enough on Blitz. They didn't have speaker grill covers. There's no light up coin doors. Like, should have been a 2-player, right? No real buttons. I mean, we could just keep going on and on and on, right? Tim York says, just keep up the good work, Danny. Thank you. Appreciate it. I do appreciate everybody Sticking with us through these rough times, man. I mean, rough times, but it's okay. I mean, it's you can just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of bologna sausage. But I think WrestleMania is going to be exciting. That's going to lift my spirits back up, right? And the Golden Axe. I think we'll do the Frogger. I think we'll do Frogger for that. I think maybe we'll do like a room tour as we close out 2024 here. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Do I show everything off like I did last time? It's pretty much cookie cutter. The thing that sucks is like we have less. You know, it's like I guess we did switch some machines out. I guess there is a lot of change. A lot of change happens, guys, in like 6 months. Can you believe it? Like 6 months, only 6 months, and there's been a ton of change. Ton of change. King Midas, the Adams Family 4KP, and in the Nova Blast, I put a mini PC and made my own emulation station build around 2,000 games. Also have Steam Pinball FX and Pinball M on there. Love it. That's awesome, dude. A lot of money, a lot of good money in that, and a lot of money well spent. The Adams Family 4KP. That's a good looking skin. You know, you put a mini PC in the Nova Blast. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Boof man, let's go, dude. Says buy stuff super sprints was my arcade highlight of 2024. You lucky some bitch. You got the super sprint. Oh my god. Let's see if they start producing the less expensive 360 wheel options 2025. Yeah, it's one thing we're looking for, you know, to skin it onto an arcade one up, you know, get 1 or 2 racing wheels and, you know, have that at Haas. That would be really cool. Just don't know where you get the graphics from. Are they going to partner with somebody like a Joe Sabos or something? Cover old NES stuff. No. Cool thing is I recently found my old one in a box in basement with a bunch of games restored in working order. That's cool. Nah, it just doesn't. That doesn't. No. It is amazing. Even like the retro arcades. I mean, these monitors and these pieces and these parts and these arcades like 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. It's insane. Like, you know, you're still going to a retro arcade and they're working. Yeah, they've had work done to them, but still, I mean, they're chugging. I mean, they don't. When was the last time a CRT was produced, right? Can you imagine like this CRT was from 30 years ago, but we had this new CRT, but this one still works from 30 years ago. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, man. Like it was interesting, like playing on a CRT. Like there are pros and cons to it. So obviously, like the retro vibe, the nostalgia vibe, and the scan lines, like all that's great, right? And it just makes it feel like an arcade. But I do when I'm seeing the stuff, I do like the crispness of a BOE monitor, you know, standard 2024 monitor, right? And you can always put scan lines on there. They kind of simulate it a little bit. But I do like when you're just looking around, like I do like how that looks. But it's hard. My heart is torn. You know, my heart is torn because, you know, I do like the look and the feel. Playing NBA Jam, play some Blitz today. I do, you know, you like that CRT. Big Vicious, where the hell you been, kid? Just got here. What did I miss? The entire show. Because we're about to leave. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. You have to catch the replay for sure. I mean, this was a slower show. You know, it's a slower show. But I think in going into the future, guys, I think, you know, as we close out 2024, I think there's still some cool things and there's still something excited to be about 2025. But long and short, I do think it's just it's gonna be. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. It could be all XLs, guys. Do we sell our deluxes now and try to get some XLs in here? I don't know, man. That's a tough call. Tough call. But we're gonna get hyped. We'll still have fun. We're still gonna be excited, you know. I don't know. It's like I'm torn. You know, I'm torn, guys. And I'm here just waiting like you guys at the end of the day. We're all waiting together. We're all in this journey together, guys, believe it or not. But yeah. All right, guys, let's do this. So this is the closeout year of 2024. It's a closeout show of 2024. When you see us next, it's going to be 2025. And yes, we'll probably still look the same. I probably, you know, I won't be clean shaven. I'll still have a beard, right? But it's gonna be some different things for sure, and it's gonna be some stuff to look forward to. I don't know when I'm exactly gonna go live. I mean, it could be Tuesday. I don't, Tuesday is still the last day of 2024, right? Could be next week Tuesday. It could be Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. This will be some. Hopefully, there'll be some news trickling in here. My arcade is just rapid firing stuff that they're going to be doing throughout the year. But it'd be interesting to see if Arcade One Up spills beans on anything, or Media One Up, John D, anything like that. It's gonna be interesting. But we're all just listening like you guys at the end of the day. Yeah, and hopefully we get something. If something is announced, hopefully we can get it in April or May. I mean, that's usually like the time frame you see things to get to retailers. Fingers crossed. Hopefully 6 months from now, Arcade One Up is still around, or another company comes up. We'll see. Vic Vicious is going to be it's mainly the FUK from Glenn, and John D. And then Arcade One Up will probably have their signature XL every year. That's who knows what that is, right? But I'm a little torn. That's where I'm a little torn. It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to decide. Like, we're gonna see. Hopefully, there are some more deluxes. I mean, the deluxes are fine for me, but who knows? Maybe I see an XL and I'm like, holy hell, I gotta have that, and I'll sell 3 of these guys to get the XL. Right? Who knows? Right? We don't know. It's all speculation. It's all speculation, guys. I appreciate everybody for being here tonight. We had a fun ride, and if you're just getting in, go try this because it's not that bad. It's G Fuel cherry lollipop energy drink, Pac-Man style. You can just get one and you can set it on a shelf in your home arcade and just have some decor, right? And maybe we'll see come out with a room tour that everybody can enjoy, right? Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out tonight. Leave a comment down below. What do you like about 2024? What do you hate about 2024? And are you looking forward to 2025? That is the thing. Is there light at the end of the tunnel, guys? It's a light at the end of the tunnel. Give this video a like, guys, on your way out. And as always, this is Danny from the CornerCult, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.